Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my latest update. I am pleased to say that Newburyport officially kicked off the school year yesterday. Students in pre-K through grade 6 will stay in a hybrid learning model. Pre-kindergarten and kindergarten students will attend school 4 days a week using a half-day model with remote learning not required. Students in grade 1 through 8 will attend in-person classes 2 days a week and work remotely the other 3 days. At Newburyport High School, this week students in each grade will visit the school for a one-day orientation to meet their teachers and learn the new safety protocols before any in-person instruction begins, which has students attending in-person classes for 2 days in an 8-day rotation. The school district is also offering free meals to all students through the National School Lunch Program. This unprecedented move will help ensure that all children have access to nutritious food as we recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. Unfortunately, a second positive case of a high school staff member was identified last night. The staff member had been and is currently asymptomatic, but had elected to take a test to travel this weekend. This case helps to support our requirements to wear masks or face coverings because of the issue of people who may in fact be infected but have no idea. Masks and social distancing help limit the spread of this highly infectious coronavirus. In this case, there was only one other school employee identified as a close contact with the staff member who will be quarantined for 14 days. None of the students are considered to be close contacts due to the social distancing procedures that were in place during the student orientation. Another deep cleaning of the high school was conducted last night, and procedures were repeated this morning prior to the arrival of students and staff. Our city continues its commitment to the well-being of our retail, restaurants, and small businesses within Newburyport during the economic crisis from the ongoing COVID-19 public health emergency. The pandemic is also driving change in the business community, whether it is the desirability of their location to live and work, the nature of newly needed facilities, or this undeniable trend of bringing businesses to the suburbs. This puts Newburyport in a good place to provide easily accessible, quality workspaces. The City Council's Ad Hoc Economic Development Committee and the Chamber's Economic Development Action Committee are working together to support our local businesses and to welcome any new businesses that may wish to come to Newburyport. This week, the state announced that outdoor dining season will be extended. Our Newburyport restaurants, utilizing our public sidewalks, parking lanes, and lots, and other city property, may continue to do so, weather permitting, until December 1st. Permits and application fees of any nature will continue to be waived, including the use of heaters. However, restaurant owners still need to obtain a permit from the fire department for those heaters. The state has also extended tax deadlines for small businesses, particularly the restaurants and hospitality industries. This applies to sales, meals, and room occupancy rates taxes until May of 2021. The state is also working on property tax relief to businesses that have been unable to open, bars, wedding venues, and theaters, to name a few. The goal is to help businesses by giving them badly needed relief on the tax side so they can hang on until phase 4 or a vaccine becomes available. We will be keeping a close eye on all of this as we continue to navigate this economic recovery during the pandemic. Last week, I made an open call for applications for membership of our new Newburyport Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Alliance, or in short, the DEI Alliance. The Alliance will focus on racial equity issues in our community. It will be a collaborative effort and will be focused on developing measurable and attainable goals for a sustainable community plan on racial justice. The Alliance will carry out a thorough review of city policies, services, and ordinances, as well as inequities in community systems. The group will also report out clear recommendations, including ways in which successes can be measured. Trainings and community conversations will also be part of this process to convey that Newburyport does not tolerate racism and embraces diversity and inclusion. This is a citywide initiative, and there is important work for many more stakeholders. City funds have been dedicated to work on equity issues internally as well as community-wide, and we will be pursuing technical assistance to create a racial equity action plan with trainings to facilitate and make meaningful action to advance racial equity in Newburyport. The Alliance will play a pivotal role in this process. To be considered for the Newburyport DEI Alliance, applicants must submit a resume and a cover letter indicating why you would like to serve on the Alliance, what experience, background, or expertise you bring, and what do you hope the Alliance will achieve. In addition, applicants must be able to commit to a minimum of 10 hours a month of time related to the DEI's work. The goal is to assemble as broad as possible and inclusive an alliance in terms of diversity. It is anticipated that local political, religious, business, and community advocates will be represented. Emphasis will be placed on choosing members that represent a diversity of stakeholders based on age, gender, race, sexual orientation, religion, education, and income. Residency in Newburyport will be prioritized in the selection process. However, non-resident stakeholders who are active members or employees of organizations, associations, and nonprofits in our community are also encouraged to apply and will be considered. Interested individuals should submit their applications by email to mayor@cityofnewburyport.com and include the subject heading DEI application. The deadline to apply is next Friday, September 25th. We welcome your participation, and as we begin this critically important work. Please help us move forward. Thank you. I am also very pleased to report that the algae blooms in the upper and lower Artichoke reservoirs have been safely treated and eradicated. Both reservoirs were treated over a 3-week period by the city's Department of Public Services Water Division in coordination with the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection. The DPS Water Division worked quickly to identify the bloom and implement a treatment plan with the help of Mass DEP and several limnologists with expertise in algae bloom treatment. Throughout the whole period, they safely operated our treatment plan, keeping our drinking water safe and protecting the health of our residents. Thank you to Tom Cusick, Water Plant Superintendent, and everyone who worked efficiently and quickly to solve this problem. Though the algae bloom has been eradicated, water restrictions remain in place due to the drought conditions in the entire state. Outdoor watering will be allowed from 6 to 9 a.m. and 6 to 9 p.m., an odd, even day schedule based on your resident's home address. This means that homes with odd number addresses will be able to conduct outdoor watering on days that end with an odd number, and those with even number addresses will be able to conduct outdoor watering on days that end with even numbers. These restrictions are necessary to ensure ample water supply for the community. The water restriction will remain in effect until further notice. We are also moving forward with the shoreline stabilization project on Plum Island's Reservation Terrace and the neighborhood. The city has been working with engineering consultants and our Conservation Commission to design a near-term solution. A row of sand-filled super sacks will be installed in the area where the dune previously stood. This will provide much-needed protection to get us through the upcoming winter and storm seasons. The super sacks will be utilized until the Merrimack River dredging project occurs that will provide more long-term protection in the near future with a new dune and berm. Additionally, the city has just been awarded a $1 million state MVP grant to construct a berm and barrier or revetment behind our wastewater treatment plant. We are very fortunate to receive this funding to make our wastewater treatment plant more resilient to coastal storm surges and flooding, and will allow us to begin construction on the berm and revetment as early as this winter. We are also nearly complete with the cleanup effort of toxic compounds on the remaining piece of the Clipper City Rail Trail behind the wastewater treatment plant. We are waiting for final testing of a few samples that were taken within the wastewater treatment facility, but we anticipate being able to open up that section of the rail trail for residents and visitors by the end of the month. An application process is underway for a $400,000 grant awarded by the Department of Housing and Community Development. We have received 14 applications from Newburyport businesses so far. Please check our website if you are a small business with 5 or fewer employees, and please apply for a $10,000 grant. The program provides $10,000 grants, and that it helps to pay for rent, mortgage, employee wages, and technical assistance. Applications will continue to be accepted until all the funds are dispersed. Again, please visit the city website and go to Small Business Relief Grants now available. We also have grant funding available for small businesses and residential renters affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. The Affordable Trust has made available up to 3 months of rent for residential renters. Those interested can contact Pettingill House directly at pettingillhouse.org. The cities of Newburyport and Amesbury will be holding a Household Hazardous Waste Day on Saturday, September 26th from 8 a.m. to noon. Please note it will be held at the Department of Public Services, 16A Perry Way, Newburyport, off Low Street, and will be held rain or shine. This drop-off event allows residents to dispose of hazardous materials in an environmentally responsible manner. In order to attend the event, you must sign up online and choose a time period most convenient for you. For Newburyport residents and additional information on accepted materials for disposal and how to sign up, please see the city's website at cityofnewburyport.com or call 978-465-4410 and press 1. This week, Representative James Kelcourse welcomed a donation of 2,500 masks from Jonathan Sun. He's the Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Boston. This was a wonderful gesture on behalf of the Taiwanese government, who worked through Representative Kelcourse to offer this support. The masks are well needed because we go through them very quickly. As we are all aware, the virus is still very much with us. And the flu season is coming up. Any additional resources, such as these masks, is extremely appreciated. In closing, with this year turning into a very distressing year from the pandemic, political chaos, and now horrible wildfires on the West Coast, and experiencing loss of life, structures, and properties, let us not forget that we are a community. We need each other more than ever at times like this. Let us pray for the West Coast, pray for America, and pray for our world. Be well, stay safe. Thank you.